What's up, guys? Good afternoon. Welcome, Cavicom. I see you in here. Glad to see you. Hope your playoffs went well yesterday. Sorry I couldn't stick around for the end of it. It was Sunday is we don't have schoolwork, so we spend time with the family as much as we can. And so that's where I was. I didn't get to see the end of yours, but I liked what I saw, and I appreciate all the call outs too. So I got a couple followers yesterday because of you, so that's pretty awesome. We got 165 packs to open today to try to close out the Decimals collections. We're going to get to that in just a minute. We're going to start off slow, nice and easy with the unicorns. We're going to talk about the unicorns last year. We're going to talk about the early unicorns this year and then open one single pack. This team is still not quite generating any kind of perfect points or any kind of wins right now, although they're off to a decent start at 3-3. Last year, they finished 79 and 83, so almost 500 for this team after dropping down to the stone level from the iron level. This was not the screen I meant to print. It didn't work out great, but you can see they finished third in their division. I'm going to bring up the stats we saw from last year as well real quick. So we had Alonso at first base, hit 30 home runs. Couple 30 home run hitters for us with Alonso and Aristides Aquino. That Aquino card has some pop, guys. It's a pretty decent bronze card. Not a lot of average, but then you get a guy hitting 35 home runs and giving you a negative .1 WAR. So really, how effective can he really be? Top WAR on this team was Alonso, of course, on offense. 88 runs batted in, batted 265. No 300 hitters on this team. Pretty mediocre at best. Not awesome. Looking at the team, I didn't really make any changes this season. On the pitching side, our 5 starters are actually pretty okay. Fried and Burns both pitching well. Kershaw is a diamond card, but doesn't really pitch like it at all times. He's got pretty low ratings on his movement, and I think he gets hit pretty hard sometimes. We did add Adrian Hauser at some point in the season as a starting pitcher, and then our number 5 starter was, of course, well, it started off with Steve Arlen, but then we had Silvio Martinez and Hauser as our 4th and 5th starters, both of whom were mixed bags. 21 games for Hauser with a 464 earned run average. Going forward, I think he's a better bet than Arlen. They're going to open one pack today and see if we can improve them going forward a little bit. This is where they're at right now. After 6 games, really low in runs scored, not scoring a lot of runs, but the pitching's holding it together. Burns, Kershaw, moved Kershaw up to number 2. Fried's pitching number 3. Silvio Martinez had a good game his first appearance, 7.1 no earned runs allowed, 6 strikeouts, just 2 walks. We'll see if he can keep that up for the season. I think in stone level that this is a pretty decent card here that can work out. Maybe this team, with the addition of, we added Edwin Diaz in the bullpen on Friday when we did our stream on Friday. So we'll see if they can compete maybe a little bit better at the stone level this year. Maybe get back up to iron. Because checking out their achievements, they were 3rd, 615 runs scored, 655 against. So not a great pie bag. Pretty much right where they expected to be. Mediocre, middle of the pack. Probably about the same this year. It is just the stone level. So we're going to see if we can open this one pack for them and maybe make some improvements. Somehow I doubt it, but you never know. Did you win anything yesterday, Capcom? Here come all the irons. 2 Trent Thorntons in a row. That's the luck of the draw there, I guess. So another not great pack for the unicorns, as they just can't get anything going as far as anything. No way to fill this team right now. We're not even going to add any of those guys to the team. We're going to move on to the Bruins, who have 4 packs to open today. Only the Diamond World Series. That's it, huh? Was that in 19 or 20? It says only. Don't be modest. Diamond World Series is a big deal. Back in 19. So the Bruins are off to a pretty okay start. They just lost their last game. They were 4-2. Looks like they're gonna have kind of a beast of a team in their division this year. The Lake Forest Cubs have started 7-0. 16 titles among all teams is not bad. I want to say I'm at 7 or 8. I haven't won one on Out of the Park 21 yet though. So let's check out this team because they're crushing the league early. They got Altuve leading off, Moncada batting second. Joey Votto batting third. Billy Williams. This is a nice card. Not a lot of defense. He plays left field for him. He'd probably be my DH, but 95 contact, 116 power is a pretty legit card. That's one of the collection cards, I believe, if not for the National League Central, obviously the Cubs. It's one of those division collection cards. I am not, this guy may be a Cubs fan. I'm not a Cubs fan. I'm a Red Sox fan. They got Baby Doll Jacobson, Bob Allison here. This is a team that's in my division. Hero of Kvetch. Matt Chapman batting 7th for them. Javi Baez and then Wilson Contreras. Their rotation is Bly11. Yeah, so this is a team that's gonna clean up at the iron level probably. They got a lot of good stuff here. Giolito. We'll talk about Giolito here in a little bit. He's one of the guys I need to close out collections on the decimals. And then we got Kluber. And then a pretty gross bullpen here. Probably a division-winning team here at the iron level right now. That's a tough draw for the Bruins. Here's the current Bruins team. They got Urshela leading off with Earl Batty behind him. Gavin Lux and Tyler O'Neill. This is my secondary team, guys. Just so everybody is in the loop. This is my secondary team. It's the Bruins, also free to play in packs only. Just haven't had a good draw yet. So they're sitting in the iron level. We're going to finish them up, open a couple packs with them, and then move on to the decimals, who are the primary interest today for sure. The Bruins closed it out with Jordan Alvarez, Gabe Kapler, and Tim Naring at 5, 6, 7. And then Chico Carrasquel, who they picked up last week on Friday, I believe, is good defensive shortstop for us. I hope he plays well. We're hoping he gives us a little bit more bat than he gave us at the end of last year. Or actually, I guess we picked him up earlier because he did play 136 games. But and then Tommy Henrik, who we picked up early last week as well. So they made some additions last week, but they just went 76 and 86, so just under 500 at the iron level. Looking for some improvement there this year. Again, my secondary teams don't get a lot of love from me right now. Walker Buehler did open this season with a 9-inning complete game shutout with only 6 hits, threw a Maddox in it, only 98 pitches, and got us some perfect points, which allow us to open an extra pack. So we do have 4 with this team today. Buehler last year was pretty good for this team, in all honesty. 14-11 with a 3.08 earned run average. This team was not that great again last year. We're going to open 4 packs with them and see if we can't get them some upgrades. We probably won't plug the upgrades in today because I want to get on to the decimals. Nobody wants to sit and watch my face all day. We do have our lucky shirt on today, so I'm excited about that. We do have our lucky coffee mug as well. Everything is clean and ready to go for this perfect Monday, where we're going to try to get 67 Yaz while we open our packs. So we got some bronzes here in the first one. Smeltzer, Griffin Canning, Greg Goosen, one-hit wonder from 1969. Bunch of live stuff, some iron. Both of these teams, both the Bruins and the Unicorns, could really use a big hit. Even like a diamond, like a highly rated diamond, not necessarily a perfect, but you're just kind of chugging along right now with not a lot going on and nothing super exciting. Hechavarria for the Braves. The Braves are one of the teams the decimals need to close out. And we'll go for pack number 4. Nothing doing so far for the Bruins. And then we're going to get right into the decimals. And man, we got some talking to do about the decimals today. Oh, here's a gold. We got Joe Jimenez, so a relief pitcher. Someone I can maybe add to the bullpen. We'll do that later on. Let's go ahead and head back to the main menu. We're going to get logged into the decimals, and then we're going to start the main part of the show. I like to ease into it just a little bit, and then we can really get going if I can remember how to log on. I got a couple tournaments going on right now. If you see Thursday and Friday, I got this week we'll have the silver tournament players. I know some people have commented and said that my lists have helped them out in the bronze tournament. Haven't gotten any feedback on the iron stuff. I'm not really surprised. That stuff was a mess. The silver stuff's looking really interesting so far, though. I'm pretty excited for it, and we'll see what the numbers look like on Wednesday when I start putting this stuff together. But those will be Thursday and Friday where we'll start talking about tournaments. I hope you guys are having a pretty good day so far. So the Decimals last year had a pretty good season, as you can expect. So for anybody who was not here on Friday, this is the team that we finished with on Saturday. I left some players in that have changed since then because they were having good seasons. For instance, Liam Hendriks. I had left Jim Bottomley in the lineup. So there's going to be a couple changes in the lineup that you're going to see when we get back to the team. They finished 118 and 44 last year. Second in runs scored and second in runs against there at the iron level. So maybe a little bit under what I expected them to be honest. But there were some pretty good teams out there. And they did move up to bronze, so they're at the bronze level right now. Let's talk about the playoffs. So I'm going to start a documentary on the Dewey Decimals, and because they deserve it. This team's been something else. So for anybody who doesn't know and anybody who's new, we are free-to-play, packs only. So you look at my team and you're like, man, that's almost a whale team 4 weeks in. It's not. I haven't put a single dime into it other than buying the game. And then all it's been is packs only. So it started with about a week in, we got a Huey Jennings card that I sold for 270,000 points and just opened a whole bunch of packs. And then it's kind of been just a lot of good luck from there. And when I say a lot of good luck, I have two of maybe the 5 best cards in the game prior to Friday in Napla Joy, and then Friday afternoon we got Tris Speaker. I'm not selling Tris Speaker, guys. Don't. Maybe in a couple weeks, but right now I'm holding on to him. I don't think there's a card in the game that I could open with 900 packs that would be better and would be an upgrade on the team. The Decimals cleaned up their division last year. They clinched on Friday, as expected. Their division wasn't great, so they clinched the playoffs on Friday. They swept the division series 3-0. None of the games were even really competitive. And then they faced the only team in the league that had a better record than them. And it was by like 2 games. The Atlanta, what's their name? They're in my league now, too. It's the Atlanta someone or others. The Atlanta United. These guys here. So we faced the Atlanta United in the championship series. And if you were here last week, the Decimals went to Game 7 against WallStreetSomething.com in the championship series. Went into the 7th game. Strasburg had a no-hitter going into the 7th. They were winning 4-0. Yogi Berra hit a 2-run home run to make it 4-2. And then my closer, who at the time was, I forget who it was, honestly. Taylor Rogers was my closer at the time. Went ahead and let up a walk-off grand slam after getting 2 outs in the 9th inning. So heartbreak last Sunday. So the Decimals come back. They move up to Iron, and they make it to the Iron League Championship Series. And they get to the 9th inning, and they're down by 1. And somehow they string together 3 hits, 3 straight hits. It goes single, double, single. They score 2 runs, and they take a 5-4 lead into the bottom of the 9th inning, where Liam Hendriks comes on. Liam Hendriks, who got left in as the closer because he was on a 30-plus game save streak. At this point, it was 36 games heading into Game 7 of the championship series. And Liam Hendriks comes in and proceeds to get the first 2 guys out. And finally, the Decimals are like, because I'm free to play, packs only. Once I get to the higher levels, guys, I'm probably not going to sniff the playoffs very often. Let's be totally honest. And so I need the championships here while we have the chance. And so Hendriks is an out away from closing it out. He goes single, walk, single, walk-off grand slam. The Decimals, for the second season in a row, get knocked out in the championship series on a walk-off grand slam. And so right now, that is where our documentary stands. Right now, they're the Buffalo Bills of out of the park 21 perfect team, and gonna have to find a way to break through. But it's been a rough start to the season so far. We have some guys that we've added into the lineup that are struggling to start the year. Our pitching staff is struggling to start the year. You can see here the changes we've made. So we moved Koufax into the #1 slot. Oswalt to #2. I think that's probably going to change, guys. I'm starting to think that Oswalt's not going to pitch here at the higher levels. Loved him down there at Iron. Loved him at Stone. Might be a little bit overmatched here. Scherzer's at #3. Cole and DeGrom close it out with our 3 perfect pitchers. Live perfect, so they're a mixed bag, but you can do worse than that. And again, it's just bronze. I think this team's probably going to turn it around at some point. So we did close out a lot of collection on Friday, so you can see our lineup changed quite a bit. We currently have Ichiro leading off. He was a live collection reward. Nap LaJoy, who we got a couple weeks ago, batting second and has been phenomenal for us. Last year it was .347 with 18 home runs and 27 stolen bases. Did get caught stealing 22 times, so I might need to go into his player strategy and tone down the stolen bases a little bit. That's probably costing us some wins. But great defensive card. This is a fantastic card, guys. If you ever get your hands on it, sells for $400 to $500, but there's not a lot of upgrades you're going to get at second base in the middle infield that are going to be better than this. So I like it. I'm keeping it for now. Church Speaker, who we picked up on Friday. I did not expect to get a card like this on Friday. This card goes for 900 to $1 million. Perfect points on the market. This is a pretty legit card. I'm not selling it. This is, I've been told, and I think I agree, it's one of, if not the best card in the game. Great center field defense, a little bit of a shoddy arm, but these ratings are just silly. Kind of nuts. Batting .482 right now, .481, .482, already a home run. He had 25 stolen bases to 2 caught stealing last year. Right now is at 2 and 4. So now that we're up a level, we may have to look at toning down the steals for him too. I'm guessing we're running into some outs on the base paths right now. I haven't looked at individual strategy for this team yet this year. Bagwell was also a reward. He was the American League West reward card. This card's pretty silly. He closed last season out. He just played 40 games, so we put him in Friday. He hit 13 home runs, batted .323, and crushed it for us. And so that's pretty awesome. And so we're looking for him to get a little bit better. Just 111 so far this year. Yeah, that collection, Jackie, is that the one for the Negro Leagues collection? I've seen that, and it's silly. Some of those cards are pretty awesome. We'll see if we get any of them today. So I have 165 packs today because I did sell one of the ones that I got on Friday. The 92 rated third baseman. Shoot, guys, my brain's shot and I forgot his name. It was Dandridge, Ray Dandridge. That's who we sold. Sorry, I forgot his name because my brain is toast today. We put Ralph Kiner in at #5, struggling to start the year. Kind of expected. He's batting DH for us. So I see a lot of these batters come in and struggle to start the season. We're hoping he'll turn it on. I also put Mel Ott in right field. We did move Ichiro to left field. He did not have a rating there, already up to 35. I'm hoping he'll train well in left field. I don't do a lot of research on that stuff, so I don't know, but I liked his stuff better than Mel Ott, and I wanted to get Mel Ott's bat into the lineup. Right now batting .318 with a home run and 2 RBIs for us. Gabby Hartnett's still catching, so we're looking for an upgrade at catcher today. You know, if we finish the collections, then that'll be Yogi Berra probably. If not, then we're looking for something. I don't know what the ratings on that Real Muto card are. I've seen he's 99, I think. Grandal's a 95. We'll see what the ratings are of any of those pop. But right now, Gabby Hartnett's our guy with... I forget, we got Jason Kendall backing him up. And then, let's see, in DH we got Kiner. So we talked about that. And Tulo and Arenado closing out left field and shortstop. So that's that older Tulo card from 2011, the special edition. That was also a reward. So the reward cards for the live collections are pretty good. I'd really like to close them out today. It's tough. It's all kind of luck of the draw. But it is what it is. We did insert Joe Nathan at closer. Liam Hendriks, sorry, buddy. We had to send you away. We brought Kirby Yates up as well. So 2-5 right now. Not a good start to the season for the Decimals. Not really at all what I expected. But we'll see. I think they're going to turn around and do a little bit better, at least as the season goes on. But who knows? Let's go ahead and look at our collection tracker real quick. This is what we're looking at. So all we need to close today is the White Sox, the Yankees, the Braves. We need 1 player from the Braves and 4 from the Mets. So the White Sox are tough, guys. I didn't get a single White Sox card to add to my collection on Friday. In 260 packs, I didn't get a single guy to add to these guys. So we're looking for Aaron Bummer, Tim Anderson, Lucas Giolito, or Yasmani Grandal, and we need 2 of them. That's probably going to be the one that holds us up. We need 6 of the Yankees. A lot of silvers there, thankfully. We got Ottavino, Tauchman, Ford, Urshela, Britton, Hicks, and Green, and then some gold, and then Aaron Judge, who I'm surprised hasn't shown up in all these packs so far. We did get, who did we get? We got Chapman on Friday. We got like 4 or 5 Yankees on Friday. We needed 11 on Friday, so we got 5 of them. The Braves, we needed 4. We got 3 of them. It would be cool to close the Braves out with a 100 rated Acuna Jr. Otherwise, it's a bunch of silvers. Hopefully, we'll see one of them and get the Braves closed out. And then the Mets, we need a bunch of silvers in Porcello, Matt Smith, Betances, Davis, and Nemo. So 2 former American League East guys there, and then their golds and their diamonds. So the Mets and the Yankees, New York keeps biting me in the ass. So we'll see if they can close stuff out today. So 13 cards we need out of these guys in order to close out our collection. On the right side, I just kind of added, these are where I'm at on the other collections. I'm not going to look at that right now. That's for later on. But for now, we have a new league update. Let's see if the Decimals won a game before we can go to the packs. Just going to grab my soda out of the freezer before I blow it up. The Decimals lose Kirby Yates. Actually, that wasn't yesterday. We had a day off. So Yates let up 4 runs, it looks like, in the 8th inning to blow it for us. So unfortunately, they're going to get better. Let's go ahead now. I actually do just pull packs with the points. I strictly am free to play, and I strictly just pull packs on all 3 of my teams. It's really luck of the draw, and as you can see, the other 2 teams get really not a lot of love right now because they haven't got a lucky pull. This team has been outrageously lucky. I don't think we're going to get anything like a Tris Speaker today. I think I've probably been too lucky there. But if we do, then hey, the stream becomes more fun. And I get to make silly videos of me reacting to pulling fake baseball cards on the internet. But it's a lot more fun when we're talking. So if you see cards that you like, and if you see what stuff you want to talk about, if you want to talk strategy, Cavicom's in here today as well. Cavicom runs a lot of perfect team stuff, and he's super knowledgeable on stuff. I know Lobat, I think, just started this year, but he's getting pretty experienced too. He's spending a lot of time in here. It is just free to play, just packs only. We don't buy anything off the auction house. And so it's all luck of the draw, and I do it all on streams too, so it's a lot more fun this way to me. But if you don't have Cavicom, if you haven't checked out his page, check out his Twitch stream. He does playoffs every Sunday. He's got a big one coming up next week. If he doesn't go back to work, he's going to be streaming the entire final season of Out of the Park 19 Perfect Team from 10 in the morning to 1 in the morning. He's going to be online streaming, so check him out. His Sunday stuff's really good. So let's go ahead and get right into these packs, guys. Oh, and let me bring up the other stuff, because there are some things that we're still looking to close out. So I'll add my mission status on the bottom. We're at 3 of 5. Actually, that should be 4 of 5 on the American League Central. Let me fix that. AL East is at 4 of 5. The AL Central is at 4 of 5. And the NL East and everybody else is closed out. And then we're going to bring up what we're looking for. All right, we're always looking for Perfect Pedro, guys. We know that. Everybody knows that. Perfect Pedro is my holy grail. We're looking for 1, maybe 2 more top shelf starters. I'd like to bump probably Roy Oswalt at this point. but we'll see. Looking to upgrade the bullpen as we keep going here. My bullpen's okay. We're mostly diamond now, but I'm really looking for some top shelf bullpen arms. I have a lot of starters in the bullpen right now that don't necessarily have the stuff that you want in a bullpen arm. A guy you can come on and get the strikeout when you need it. We're also looking for 13 live closeout cards today. Still some bronze guys we're looking for, so you can go back on my YouTube page or whatever. You'll see the links over there. We got 4 guys we're looking to close out our bronze tourney team still. We need Vic Aldridge, the Ozzie Smith, that bronze Ozzie Smith, Gerald Williams, and then Maury Rath. I read watching a funny story about Maury Rath. He was the manager for the Mariners for a little bit. I know there's some new people in here. I talked about it on Friday. Check out the history of the Mariners on Dorktown on SB Nation. It's hilarious stuff. I'm not going to go too deep into it, but it's good. You should check it out. The 3 parts are out right now. There's supposed to be 6, and so I'm really looking forward to the next one dropping. And then we're still looking for Mark Belanger. Iron cards that we don't have yet. So cool. That's where we're at. We're going to go ahead and get right into the packs. I appreciate you guys being here. Chat me up. Ask me questions. Whatever you guys want to talk about. I'll try to keep it entertaining. It was really entertaining on Friday because we had a lot of cards we were looking for. Today, less cards we're looking for, but we'll see how it goes. Oh, first diamond in the first pack, it's Freddie Freeman. That's a duplicate for us, so he'll get put right up on the auction house, and we'll get to open more packs on Thursday. Kevin Elster's an okay bronze card from what I've seen in the tournaments down there. Here's some irons, no Belanger. Oh, that's pretty cool. That's a cool bit of trivia right there, Lobat. I haven't watched that movie in a really, really long time. So the Decimals did get, like I said, they've been super lucky throughout this whole thing. It's literally 5 days in, we got Huey Jennings, was our first perfect. Sold him for $270,000, which gives us like almost 250 packs. We opened those and we picked up Mike Schmidt, 100 rated peak Mike Schmidt. I actually played him for a little while because the team was good enough. Here's already a goal. Nick Birdie, Pittsburgh. Unfortunately, not helpful for us. And then played Mike Schmidt for a few days because the team was already pretty decent at that point for the iron level. Wasn't super impressed with him, to be honest. And then I wanted to open more packs, and so I did. And then that's when we got... we opened 100 packs one night and got... that's when we got Nap. That's when we got Nap Lajoie. And plugged him in and started playing him, and I'm not going to sell Nap. That card's too good. I really like it, and there's not a better second base card that I can think of that would play above him. And then we opened the rest of the packs from him, from Mike Schmidt, that Thursday, which would have been a week ago last Thursday, and that's when we got Perfect Maddox. So Perfect Maddox, I tried to sell him for $450. He didn't sell. Put him back in the rotation. He pitched okay. Tried to sell him again. I ended up selling him for like $370, I want to say. I don't really remember. And then that's where we opened 100 of those last Monday. Got a couple perfects out of it, the live ones. And then Friday, here's a diamond, Chapman, another duplicate diamond. And then Friday when we did our stream, so Wednesday was when I was looking at it and getting ready to do the Iron Tournament stuff, which was just, at that point, was just a chore for me. I didn't enjoy the Iron Tournament stuff all that much. I noticed that I was pretty close to closing out a lot of the live collections. I was like, that's kind of cool. For a packs only team, that hasn't put any money into the game to be sitting here getting on the verge of closing out a bunch of these pretty big collections. I was like, you know what? I'm going to open all these packs and we're going to stream that. JBJ, Red Sox are closed out. So I said I'm going to stream this. We had 13 teams left to close out on Friday. And we closed out 9 of them. And so it was pretty cool going through. And I think it adds, for me, it adds, I get it, Iron Mike Tyson. That's good. I have a dad, so dad jokes hit me in the feels. So we closed out 9 of our 13 teams on Friday, and it was pretty cool. So for me, adding that to opening the packs, because I enjoy just coming on and opening packs and just sitting here chilling. That's another diamond, Bryce Harper, another duplicate diamond for us. So I enjoy just coming on and chatting and opening packs, and it's pretty cool. But I enjoy adding the goals and the things that we're going for, because like I like playing like loot games like Diablo. So I like logging on to Diablo and just mindlessly killing stuff for loot and getting better loot and stuff. So just adding the goals and knowing what I'm looking for has added a lot to it, to where I can be like, oh, now I'm excited for this dumb silver card that I wouldn't otherwise have even paid any attention to. That's already 3 diamonds today. So we may have it's either going to be a really awesome day, or we already used up all of the luck. There's that 85 Gary Nolan, historical starting pitcher from 1967. Nothing doing on any of the collections yet, unfortunately. My favorite part about these collections is that most of these cards that I'm looking for are cards that I have on my other 2 shitty teams that don't have anybody good. So it's not like these are hard cards to get. They just have not popped for me in over 1,200 packs. Huey Crits is a pretty good card, pretty good second baseman down there in the Iron tournaments. But again, like Lobat said, my list didn't work out, unfortunately. It's kind of a crapshoot down there. I'm still running Iron tournaments now and then, but it really is. It's just a mess. I feel like you could have just as much luck throwing together a team and saying, hey, computer, figure it out, as you can trying to put something together. So it really depends. It depends on what I'm trying to do. So at this point, I'm probably not going to sell any of the perfects. The team generates enough perfect points now to keep me opening packs, and there's not a lot of upgrades I'm going to get. If I got, say, a starting pitcher that wasn't Pedro, then I would probably consider it, or like something where I already have a player who's playing really well. Like Tris, there's not an upgrade on him. I could open the 900 packs I would get from selling Tris, and there's nothing that's going to be an upgrade on him, and there's nothing really that's going to... This team doesn't have a lot of upgrading left to do, I don't think. There is stuff out there I can get, but it's... So the first big one, unless it's Pedro, always gets sold. So the first historical, so I did it for Out of the Park 22. This is the way I ran Out of the Park 20. And so the first one always gets sold. For however many hundred, and then we stream all the packs and upgrade the team a whole bunch, and then the upgrades kind of slow down after that. And so I hesitate to give advice and say, yeah, take your 100 Fox and sell them, because I know how much I enjoy opening packs. I really enjoy it. So it's hard for me to tell somebody else, yeah, you should totally sell that, and then open 300 packs or whatever, because most people aren't me, and I'm a pretty big nerd, and I'm surprised my wife stays with me through all of this, but it really depends on what you can do for your team. I'm addicted to packs. It's the dopamine rush, man. I love the dopamine, so I'll log on to whatever, and it doesn't matter. You can give me a dumb game, even like the stupid phone games. I'm like, oh, cool, you gave me a purple item. Here's another gold, Jock Peterson. So we've already got like 25,000 points worth of stuff that we can just quick sell if we decide to. Peterson is a duplicate for me. And nothing on the sets yet. Max Muncy. $30 packs in and nothing good so far. Correa out of an iron tournament's not bad. But yeah, I feel like, so the thing with, once you get into bronze and silver, the tournaments, the players get a little bit more reliable, I think. So the iron players, there's cards that look better than other cards, but they all suck at times too. Like they all have, I mean, think your replacement level second baseman or whatever, where yeah, he's there but he's just as likely to go 3 for 5 as he is to go 0 for 7. You know, probably not likely to go 0 for 7. Not many people get 7 at bats in a game, but you know what I mean. Yeah, Cavicom spends a lot of time on the auction house. 20 pack. Anytime you can open 20 packs, though, hopefully you get something good out of them. Did you already open them, Coach? Nothing doing on the set so far. Here's another gold. Clevenger, unfortunately, not helpful. I'm not making any promises. So if you get nothing but bronzes, it's not my fault. Low bet, if that question's for me, no, I am not in the Out of the Park Live Gold tourney tonight. I haven't done anything with gold tournaments yet. I think they're next. I'm just pounding the silvers right now, and then once I do silvers on Thursday and Friday, I'm gonna look into the gold stuff. I'm probably not gonna do a gold stream like I'm gonna be doing with the silvers, but we'll see. I might do a historical thing or something. Harrison Bader, that's a good card. This dude's defensive ratings in center field are silly. TJ Crone, that's a silver that we don't need. Detroit is done. Not a single card so far for the collections, unfortunately. A little bit annoying. Yeah, I finished the Rays on Friday. They were one of the teams I finished on. They were one of the last teams I finished. So going into Friday, I needed the Rays, the Yankees, the White Sox, and the Astros. I needed 1 from the Stros, 1 from the Rays, 2 from the White Sox, and 11 from the Yankees. And I still need 2 from the White Sox. And I still need 6 from the Yankees. So the White Sox are tough. I have a feeling they're gonna be the last team I managed to complete. Of course, we might not get anything today the way things are going. There are some Rays that I'm looking for, specifically Yanni Chirinos. I need for my bronze team. I don't have him yet. I should have added him to my list for my bronze team that I need. So just pretend he's there in purple. It says Yanni Chirinos right below Maury Rath. Well, we're 40 packs in, and nothing doing so far. Grinky, that's a good bronze tournament card there. He's my number 2 starter behind the elusive Brent Suter. By the way, Cabicom, I did get Brent Suter on Friday. It was about 220 packs in on Friday is when I got Suter, who I've been dying to get my hands on for weeks since I started doing the bronze tournament stuff. And I just couldn't get him. He's on both my other teams, and I just couldn't get him. And so it was about 220 packs in that I got Suter, and I was overjoyed. And then it was about 10 packs later when I opened Tris Speaker, and I was like, well, it's not going to get better than that. I don't know if I said Gary. I feel like I said Gary. I mean Brent Suter is the card. If I said Gary, I was wrong. Gary Suter was a golfer. Polanco for the Twins, another live card that we don't need. We're almost 50 packs into this, and you guys missed out on Friday. You should have been here on Friday. Friday was better. Coco Crisp, that's one of the. I don't have him on my bronze team yet. He's a guy I've been dying to try out in center field for my bronze tournament team. He shows up good defensively, so maybe I'll plug him in. I'm still running. I have my team in 1 bronze tournament and 2 silver tournaments at a time right now. My silver team is literally just a team I flung together and haven't really paid a lot of attention to. There's Machado. I don't think I have that card. I think that's a new card for me. Unfortunately, the Padres were closed out on Friday. I I like it. I will warn you, it is not for everybody. Now, especially if you're going to do free to play, if you're willing to drop like $50 on it to get yourself started with 75 packs or something, then you can get your team off to a good start. But if you're doing it free to play, then it can be really slow. Like I've got a team. My third team is wasting away at the stone level right now because they just haven't gotten anything. But once you get that one pull that sets you on, like I've had at least 30 packs a day that I can open since I got that first one, just because of the perfect points I get selling duplicates. I'm still selling bronzes on the auction house because the bronzes are still going for pretty good, and I'll sell. I don't auto sell anything yet, so I sell my historical duplicate irons. Some of them go for pretty good too on the auction house. So I'm trying to maximize points right now, and it does take some time. It's just more fun to me. Like I could go on the auction house and be like, oh, like I did. One of my teams last year was a Red Sox team, and so one of my teams last year was a Red Sox team, and I had a team put together like right away, and then you're just waiting for perfect points, like because once you get the 1,000 point card, like the golds, once you're filled with golds, then you're looking for diamonds and expensive cards and stuff, and the teams just don't generate enough to really help you out there. 2 hours to auction 300 cards is that's probably pretty quick. They must have been selling quick for you. Encarnacion is not one of the silver White Sox I need, so got excited there for a split second, but he is not one of the cards we need for the White Sox, unfortunately. Still just looking for Aaron Bummer and Tim Anderson down there. I would love to get my hands on that Giolito card. Oh, 2 hours to list. Gotcha. So I sold that Dandridge on Saturday, and I sold him for 125, and based off of how fast he sold, because this last 7 was like 95, I was like, well, let's see if I can bleed somebody on this and get 125. It sold in like 5 minutes. I was like, oh shit, I should have put that up for a lot more than 125. That was a nice looking card. If you haven't seen it, pretty awesome defensive ratings at third base on that Dandridge card. The lucky shirt is not helping today. 60 packs in, we don't have a single collection card so far. I knew it was going to be rough. I didn't think it was going to be this tough, though. A bunch of live diamonds. So nothing super awesome so far today. And the decimals keep losing games. So I might have wasted all of the luck sparkles on Friday. Lots of golds today, though. Colton Wong. I'm not sure if that's a new one or not. Jordan Montgomery we got on Friday. He was one of the Yankees we got. We're going to open this pack and then go reset ourselves just a little. Man, lots of gold. There's Devers. That's a new card for me. I didn't have that Devers card yet, even though the Red Sox were closed out. So, that's a cool card. Here's another gold. 2 golds in 1 pack. Bob Watson. I'm not feeling confident about closing these collections out right now, guys. I'm not going to lie. Let's check duplicates and see what we can sell. Matt Chapman, what are you going for on the auction house? You're going to get quick sold, I think. I have 2 Bryce Harpers. Did I open a Bryce Harper? I did open a Bryce Harper today. 4,900. Not a ton. Freeman. That would be 12 packs. We'll think about it. Lots of duplicate golds. A lot of stuff I gotta sell. I wanted to. What did I come out here for? I wanted to reset. Yeah, let's go ahead and quick sell these 3 diamonds and just grab a few more packs. Quick sell all 3 of these guys. That'll be 12 more packs, 12 extra packs. Doesn't make me feel better. Coming down to the wire. I would like to figure out a way to get this team to stop losing playoff series on walk-off grand slams. So if anybody has any advice on that, it would be, other than don't let Liam Hendriks be your closer in the playoffs. All right, guys, the reset didn't help. We're gonna need something good. Even just one of these collection cards. We're like 75 packs in now. We haven't even sniffed a historical diamond. We have not gotten a single one of the cards that are on our attorney team list, although there are a couple that I'm interested in that are not on the list. No upgrades to the team so far. No collection cards. I think the developers might have been watching on Friday and said, you know what, we gotta cut this guy off. Here's a silver. Chaz Rowe is not helpful. Still sitting at 13 cards needed to close out these collections. So far, we've gotten 3 live diamonds today, a whole bunch of live golds, a couple historical golds that I haven't really looked at yet. So we got a lot of duplicate golds we'll sell to open some more packs on Thursday. No upgrades to the team. The team is currently 2-6, which is not awesome. You guys should definitely go over to YouTube and watch Friday's stream because it was way more exciting than this. But that just means something cool is coming up. Johnny Evers is a good second baseman in bronze tournaments. I got 2 Negro League cards on Friday. I got the Dandridge that I sold, and then 2 other ones. I got a silver and a gold. I forget who they were. Zach Britton. Do we need Zach Britton? We did. That's 1 Yankee. 1 Yankee crossed off the list. We're down to 5. And that's our first collection card of the day. Let's see if they come in bunches like they did on Friday. No Negro League cards yet today. No special edition cards at all today. I haven't gotten a Future Legend either. And just the 3 live diamonds that we just quick sold. So we just got our first collection card. Here comes not a collection card, Gary Alexander. We do not need bronze live cards on any of these teams that we're trying to close out. Everything's silver and above. So unfortunately, the pickings are getting kind of slim. That does not mean I have every iron and bronze live card available. I honestly don't know which cards I'm missing. I just know, all I know is the teams that I do not currently have closed out. There's another 20 packs down since our reset. We did get 1 Yankee. Here's a silver. Blue Jays, not helpful. Right. For those who don't know, Cavicom is a Blue Jays fan, so the Biggio card is probably a good pull for him. The gold, another Clevenger, haunting me. No perfects yet today. Got to be something good coming up soon. Hope. Uh, you know, it's gotten to that point. I wouldn't say I expect them every time. I've been exceedingly lucky. Even the days last week, so the week before last, I pulled like 35 packs on Wednesday and Thursday. It was the week before Final Fantasy VII came out because it was that Wednesday and Thursday. I opened 35 packs one night, and that was the night I pulled a perfect DeGrom. And then Thursday, I pulled a perfect Scherzer, and I did 45 or 50 packs the next night, and I pulled a Scherzer, and that was the night I pulled Maddox too. So 3 perfects out of like 80 packs. And then I didn't open anything. Well, I opened 100 on Monday, and that's where I got something on Monday too. And then Friday, of course, we had Chris Speaker. I got another DeGrom. I got a second DeGrom on Friday and sold him. And so yeah, it's been a lot of perfects. So I was due for a run of not getting perfects. We'll see. We still got a lot of packs to go today, though. 85 left. We're somewhere around halfway. I'm more frustrated with not getting any of these stupid silvers that I need than I am not pulling perfects. I can totally get not getting perfects every time, but when there's like 9 silver Yankees that I need, I can't get them. The Mets are even worse. So I only needed 5 Mets going into the going into the stream on Friday, and I only got one of them. I could really go for a pitcher, something historical, anything in the diamonds. So if you haven't seen, so I've got the 3 perfect live pitchers. I think it might be the only 3 live perfect pitchers in the game, and Degrom, Scherzer, and the other one I have. Uh, but here's a diamond Strasburg. That's another one I can sell. He's a duplicate. We're in my bullpen right now, but if you've seen the 98 rated Sandy Koufax, that 98 Sandy Koufax is so much better than all 3 of the perfect live cards. It's kind of silly. Castro's not helpful, and he's been by far my best pitcher. Not even really close. The 90 Oswalt's been pretty good, but I'd really like to upgrade my starting rotation. I had Guzman up there for a little bit. He's in my bullpen now as like an emergency starting pitcher. I'd like to put him on the bench. I just don't have anybody that I feel comfortable replacing him with right now. All right, down to our last 75 packs. Got to get something to get excited about here at some point. Are you doing any Civilization today, Cavicom? Sweet. I'm gonna go let the cat in. The cat is trying to get in, so I'll be right back. Figure that leaving the cat locked out isn't gonna bring me any good luck, so may as well open the door and let him in. At this point, this is the last time I'm wearing this shirt on stream. It is no longer considered my lucky shirt. Dave Dravecki, that was a horrific injury back in the 80s. I remember that one. I don't think that works on my stream, Cabicom. Ginkel's a decent reliever in the bronze tournaments, from what I've seen. Oh, yeah, I gotcha. Yeah. I'm going to have to get a new one. Not an impressive day of opening packs so far by any means. Kenichi's a pretty decent first baseman DH for the bronze tournaments. Here's a silver, not a live card, so not helpful for us today. Kimbrel, that's a duplicate. We'll go ahead and sell him. $65 packs left. Let me go check and see how the team did here in 5 more packs. See if they managed to win a game. This Assenmacher card is a card that not a ton of people are using in bronze tournaments from what I've seen, but it's been pretty effective, even for a 64 rated card. Kevin Cron is my first baseman in my bronze tournaments. Just crushes the ball. Lots of bronzes here, 4 of them. Here's a diamond. Phil Rizzuto, 90 rated shortstop. I don't know if that's... Oh, 2 diamonds in a row. Rendon will be a quick sell. He's a pretty decent card, actually. I think I've got him backing up second and short for me right now. I might have pulled him out today, but... 2 diamonds in one pack. Nothing super exciting, but better than what we've gotten so far. All right, let's go check on the team real quick. Have to go to the main screen and come back in. Oh, 2 teams still in tournaments, so that's good. They haven't lost yet. It was a 4-3 victory, a walk-off victory for Tulowitzki with the walk-off. Joy with his second home run. I don't know who pitched for us today. It was Scherzer. Much better appearance than his first time out. Plank, I do like this Eddie Plank card. This was one of the special editions I got for completing, I think it was the A's. I don't remember, yeah, because the American League West was Bagwell, so got this from completing the A's. This is a pretty sweet card. Pitched just a little bit for us last year, was lights out in the postseason for us last year, though, unlike Liam Hendriks. And then so far, so good this year. 8 strikeouts, 2 walks. So good stuff there. And we'll have game, what is this, game 9? Sandy Koufax will make his 3rd appearance. This is the card I was talking about, is this Koufax card, guys. This card is just nuts. I don't know how it's rated only 98. It's got to just be because he's only got 4 pitches. But all 4 of his pitches are pretty good. Like you see the Perfect Maddux, right? I think the Perfect Maddux has a little bit higher movement and probably a little bit higher control. But he's got 6 pitches, but 2 of his pitches are rated below Koufax's 4th best pitch. So I really, really like this card. It's gone way up in value over the last couple of weeks. I think other people are figuring out that it's a good card. Well, it went back down to 65. Friday it was running at 95 to 100,000 on the auction house. So I've considered selling it, but he just keeps being my best performing pitcher. And I really, really like this card. Go ahead and open the last 60 packs. We'll get through this. We're going to do something good here in the last 60. Something for at least one of us to get excited about. Brian Braun is not it. Brian Braun is not a card to get excited about. Old Dean Stone. That's an interesting card. 1954 Dean Stone. Let's look him up. Dean Stone, 1954, his only All-Star appearance. He went 12-10 that year with a 322 earned run average. Kela is not helpful. Let's see, 87 strikeouts, 69 walks that season, 178 innings pitched. I imagine that the Washington team he played for that year was not very good. Of course, his team finished 66 and 88, so probably the obligatory had to be there. Somebody on his team had to represent them at the All-Star game, and so that was him. Down to our last 55 packs. I'm feeling a perfect 2, but probably needed to have a run of bad luck here just to set my mind straight. I was feeling pretty confident. This one, so far today, it's knocked me back to earth a little bit. One useful card so far today, and it was Zach Britton. Martinez is not helpful. The Cardinals are closed out. So again, we're down to the White Sox, the Yankees, the Braves, and the Mets. So other than those guys, many diamonds or perfects or other interesting cards. We're just kind of burning through these packs right now. There's a White Sox, but not one I need. There's a Yankee, but not one I need. Rick Bassetti's been a pretty good card for me in the Iron tournaments. Again, they're kind of a crapshoot, so he's hit or miss, but overall, more good than bad out of Bassetti. Good defensively. The Bill Walker left-hand pitcher starter from 1934. Got to do something to shake things up here. Bill Walker in 1934 played for St. Louis. 12-4 that year with a 312 earned run average, 153 innings pitched. 10 complete games. Not going to see that done these days. We did get a Jim Deshaies there in that pack, as well as a Sparky Lyle. The next year, 1935, was when Bill Walker had his only All-Star appearance. He went 13-8 that year with a 382 earned run average. 76 strikeouts to 66 walks. So I like these historical cards. Sometimes I get to look at players that I didn't know, that I've never heard of, because I don't know the entire history of baseball. Dick Groat's a good iron card. And so when I get cool cards like that, where I'm like, I've never heard of him, let's look him up. And then they turn out to be mediocre. So Huey Jennings was one that I was like, this is a 100 rated card, and I don't know what's going on here. I've never heard of him. And his ratings weren't great. His defensive ratings are phenomenal, guys, and he trains up in the middle infield. And the more I look at it now, the more it's a really useful card. I would have, even had I known what he was, I would have sold him just because he was my first perfect. But for those who don't know, Huey Jennings is the all-time leading batter in getting hit by a pitch, both single season and career. He has two golds in a row. That's fun. He's been hit by a pitch 2 more times than Craig Biggio, and it will remain that way as both of them are retired. And Huey Jennings played in the late 1800s and early 1900s, so they're not going to separate it all. But I didn't even know who he was. Same thing with Jim Bottomley, who I just put on my bench. So I got this Bottomley card, and I'm like, the dude just starts crushing balls out of the DH spot for me. I'm like, this guy's pretty cool. I like him, but I've never heard of him. So I looked him up, and he is the single game RBI leader. He had 12 runs batted in a September game back in the early 1900s. I want to say it was 1915 or something. So you just get to learn cool stuff like that. Seeing cards that you don't necessarily know, because I don't think that like Jim Bottomley is not a 95 rated Jim Bottomley card isn't a card that somebody's necessarily going to go out of their way to find in the collection either. So like you may not even ever see him outside of my team. Like I don't know if he's in a collection, but it's not like this isn't a card that I'm going to be like, oh, this is a cool card to add to my team that I want to win at the perfect level with. Because he's just not quite as good as some of the other cards. Great card. Crushed home runs for me. 188 RBIs in the Stone League last season. Only 146 at Iron this season. Yeah. So, yeah, whatever. Wherever he was. Hoskins is another duplicate. So I got a ton of gold. So we're going to come back Thursday with more packs to open. I'm not going to sell a bunch of cards today just to open more packs. We're going to get through these ones and see what happens in the next, 40 packs left? We'll see what happens in the next 40 packs. Then I'll be back Thursday with my silver tournament teams, and we'll open a bunch more packs. I'm going to guess, based off of what I've seen so far today, I'm going to guess, let's see, Lugo is, of course, not one of the Mets that I need. We finally get a Diamond Met, and it's not one that I need. I'm going to guess based off of what I've seen today that I'm going to have somewhere around 50 to 70 packs to open on Thursday, but who knows? Maybe I'll get wild and crazy and sell Tris Speaker. No, that's not going to happen. We're keeping Tris. We're keeping Knapp. Maybe I'll sell one of the perfect live pitchers. I'm not selling Tris Speaker. Randy Jones is on my Randy Jones is pitching for my really shitty team. He's pitching for the Unicorns right now. He actually led the league in wins last season with like 17. But they're in the rookie league and they suck. So it wouldn't be 1,000 packs though, Cavicom. It would be like 900 because they tax me on it. I get taxed on everything. Stripling's a guy who I wanted on Friday. I got him on Friday. I wanted him for the bronze team. And I don't know that I could make it through 900 packs in one sitting. I actually, I legitimately had a guy because I posted the screenshot in the fire polls section on the Out of the Park Discord, and I had a guy message me on like private message me and say, "Hey, I'll give you 900,000 for that right now." I'm like, I don't think so, man. Like, I'm not gonna open a bit. Like, there's tops four better cards in the game than that one. Hendricks is not a cub that, or is not a card that I need, and that's if that. Like, I doubt there's even four cards better than that. It's just not a way for me to improve the team. I'm much more likely to sell Nap right now than I would be to sell Triss. But I'm also not going to do that. So, um, probably sell off all three of my 100 rated lives. Yeah, yeah, the Jackies are pretty close to it. For me, Pedro, if you said we're gonna guarantee you Pedro Martinez in these 900 packs and a bunch of Drek, I would probably trade Tris Speaker in for it. Um, Somebody mentioned on Friday, hey, you could sell Tris Speaker and then buy Perfect Pedro. I was like, but that's not the point, guys. I want to open the Perfect Pedro. I want to see that perfect back and then spin over and have the glorious face of Pedro Martinez looking at me, even though it won't be his face. It'll be a weird picture. I think it'd be cool if there was a way to add um, the players' pictures from Baseball Reference onto the cards because they have all the pictures for most of these players on there. Like I'm looking at that Bill Walker card that we just looked up not too long ago. They've got his picture on there on here, like even going back to like the 20s, and I think those would be pretty cool to be able to if they worked with um, if they worked out like the APIs or whatever with Baseball Reference to be able to put those pictures on these cards, I think that would be really neat. I don't know how much Baseball Reference has to pay to be able to put those pictures on there. I don't know if they have to pay anything or if they just steal them off of the Topps cards or whatever. There's Correa. We were talking about Correa earlier. Don't need the Astros. Yeah, my goal in life right now is to pay off my credit card. So um, golds in two straight packs. Max Fried. That's a pretty useful pitcher at the lower levels. He's been pretty good for me. So if you're just trying to build a team, not a bad card to try to build around. Another Kevin Cron. I got a whole lot. I didn't do any selling of anything this weekend either. So I've got a lot of duplicate and triplicate and millions of um, irons that I have to sell, irons and bronzes. So I'll definitely have packs to open on Thursday. Here's a diamond. There's Judge. That's two Yankees that we got today. So we're down to needing four more Yankees. Uh, Celebrating opening a Yankee card like that makes me very sad, and I'm very conflicted inside right now. But that's one step closer. We're down to 11 cards left that we need on the collections. So little bit of a pipe dream today, I think. I don't think it's going to happen today, but if we come back Thursday with a good bunch of packs, it's getting closer within reach. I'm not going to list them all. So the live irons, I quick sell all of them. The anything historical, I'll look at, and most of them get sold, or most of them get put on the auction. And then the bronzes right now, like man, I'm still getting 150 to 200. So if I can get 6 times as much as quick selling for it, then I have no issue spending a little bit of time on it. Since I'm kind of here anyway, so it does take up some time. But I try to wake up before everybody in the house and get all that stuff knocked out. It doesn't work all the time. This Alexander card's pretty good in bronze tournaments. Not awesome, but pretty okay. Luke Voigt we got on Friday. We do not need that card. Iglesias is good in tournaments too. You can play him at multiple positions. Not a great bet. Yeah, Voigt sells pretty well. The silver cards especially are still super inflated. A lot of them are going for 700, 800, and 1,000. Lewis Thorpe is the guy. He's my number 2 rated iron pitcher right now, crushing every tournament he's in, from what I saw. But yeah, the Voigt sells pretty well. The silver pitchers are selling really well. Here's a diamond, another Rendon, so some more quick sell action there. We're down to 13 packs left. Bunch of diamonds, all duplicates except for Judge. Lots of golds, a lot of duplicate golds. So nothing great happening there. Not a super exciting stream so far. We can see if that changes in the last 12 packs. But we're within 11 cards left. We need 11 more good, decent cards to close out these collections. And the White Sox are just not agreeing with me, guys. The White Sox do not want to go down quietly. Go to the Braves. We only need one more Brave, and there's a bunch of them. I don't know if I missed one today or what, but the only Braves we need, they're all silver except for Acuna. We need Hamels, Minter, LeMahieu is a Yankee that I need. So we've gotten 3 Yankees today now. We're down to needing just 3. So that's a good pull there. Maybe, fingers crossed. Let's see what happens in the next 10 packs. But the Braves we need are Hamels, Minter, Dayton, d'Arnaud, Flowers, Melanson, Austin Riley, and then Martin. And they don't seem like they should be especially difficult cards to find. So I don't know why they're being so difficult. All silvers. So, but 3 Yankees, a gold and a diamond, and then that silver Britain. Now the Mets are the team that we need the most of with 4. We need 4 Mets, 3 Yankees, 2 White Sox, 1 Atlanta Brave. Seven more packs. I'm hoping for one more card. If we can get one more good card, whether one of these collection cards or something nuts, I would enjoy that right now. Six left. As we come into the home stretch, I want to say thank you for coming in and hanging out with me today. I enjoy it a lot more when you guys are chatting with me. So sometimes I've had nights where I've pulled 100 cards and nobody said anything to me, and so it was just me chatting with myself. So I appreciate you guys being in here and hanging out. I am not an expert on any of this stuff. I just do this for fun, and so you guys make it a lot more fun for me. Hopefully the stream on Thursday will be really good. I like what I'm seeing out of the diamond stuff. We'll see what goes on today, tomorrow, and Wednesday. I'll have that stuff on Thursday. I used to stream at night, but then I was finding that it was just conflicting with the out of the park stuff. So I'm hoping it'll be a noon or 1 o'clock in the afternoon kind of thing again. But we've got homeschooling going on right now, and so I'm trying to help out in the house as much as I can while still staying sane. So we'll see. It depends on what I can convince the wife of, and so I won't say it's up to her. I get to make the final decision, but I don't want to make people angry either. And I do like my family and enjoy hanging out with them. Here comes a diamond. Josh Hader. I do not have that. That's a new card for me, although the Brewers have been closed out. So we'll see what time it is on Thursday. I do stream on Tuesday and Wednesday. Usually, we just started up. It's usually me and the wife. We'll stream Sea of Thieves or Elder Scrolls Online or something. It's just us messing around. So if you see me on tomorrow or Wednesday, just stick your head in and say hi. That's the last pack. We'll close it out with a 58 rated Ariel Jurado and a bunch of Rangers. Let's see. It looks like we just finished a game, so we'll check in on the decimals real quick and see how they did in their most recent game. Hopefully they can go on a bit of a winning streak, and hopefully I have good news for you guys on Thursday as they're crushing their division again. They did win 6-4 this time. It was Koufax getting the win. ERA ballooned to 1.64, so not a great game by any means for Koufax. 3 runs over 8 innings. Joe Nathan with his second save. Didn't let up a run. So he's let up runs in 2 of his 5 appearances so far. So hopefully he gets it together. I don't like that. We'll see. Offense was Ichiro's batting 250. That's got to change. That's got to change, Ichiro. Lajoie at 325. Speaker 441. Bagwell stinks right now. Kiner's trying to get it together. Mel Ott's probably our best hitter so far. So we'll see how they do going forward. 2 straight wins though. So starting to turn it around a little bit. Just a game out of the division lead, as they will now play a 3-game series against the division leaders. So thanks, guys. Have a great afternoon and a great evening. And hopefully we'll see you back here Thursday, if not sooner. Enjoy the rest of your days. Bye.